What is up, my family, friends, and fans? Just kidding. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was something that I was brought the attention to. Is that the proper way to say it? Brought the attention to? I was brought into it. I was enlightened by it. I don't know. Anyway, one of my clients today that I met with was in her head. She was like, I'm sorry, because I was asking her questions and she wasn't really responding. She's like, I was like, hey, hi. So how was your day? The initial, hey, how you doing? How did your day go? Good. What's been going on? Tell me about everything, whatever. And then we get into our session. And she would, like, from the get, she pulled up. I could tell her energy was off. She was in her head or whatever. But I let her tell me, she's like, I'm sorry. I have a lot going on. I was like, all right, tell me about it. And she's like, well, I just have, how bad things come in threes or something like that. And I was like, well, that's your belief. But sure, I understand that. And she's like, well, no, like typically, bad things come one after the other. And I was like, oh, I could tell you exactly why that happens. But tell me about what's happened first. Yeah, like you tell me your story and I'll explain why it's happening. And she's like, okay, great. She's like, so I got a ticket, a speeding ticket. She's like, and it's over $800. And I was like, okay, what's the next thing? She's like, okay, well, once I got the ticket, I was driving my husband's car, and my husband and I got in this huge fight. And then that spiraled into something else. She's like, and then she's like, one of my kids got really sick, and I had to take him to the hospital, and there's this huge bill. She's like, so financially, I'm in this just, she's like, this thing where I have to deal with. She's like, and it's causing, my relationship to just also be So her description of what was going on is So I told her, your vibration, the way you reacted to the ticket, and I'm a human as well, despite what you think I am. And I also have negative reactions too. I sometimes get tickets. Things happen to my car. But what the difference is, I allow myself to have the negative emotion when it happens, but not carry that emotion throughout my day. Because if I'm able to take care, like say I got a ticket, if I'm able to go to the police station right now, take care of it, get it all done with, then I'll have it in my head. Then I'll carry it with me through the day until I fix it. Fine. But if I have to wait until it goes on my record, I have to wait until I have an extra $800 to throw down, or until I have to wait for my court date, I have to wait. I'm not going to carry that emotion with me throughout the rest of my day because I have to wait. So that has to wait. If I have to wait to solve it, why does this thing get to be in my head until it's solved? No, if I have to wait, it has to wait. So, if I can't take care of it right away, I'm not going to worry about it right away. Of course, I'm going to react. When unexpected things happen, you react and you have a negative emotion, and that's completely fine and normal. But if you make it this huge deal, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't afford this. All of those thoughts are thoughts. They're not actual physical things that are coming to get you. It's you making the situation worse for yourself. So I told her, I was like, well, did you freak out about the ticket? She's like, well, yeah, I was driving my husband's car and I knew he would get mad at me. Okay, so you already set yourself up for an outcome that you expected. If I was in that situation and I knew, say, my husband was going to get mad at whatever, I would, now this is one of my secrets that I do. So if my significant other was going to be mad that I hit his car, wrecked his car, whatever, I would, as a female, okay, this is a secret, guys, okay, I would, as a female, be like, I'm so sorry, I can't believe I did this, I'm so scared. I could have been killed. Like, this is a time to play the victim, like you didn't mean to do it. So really come with that female energy and just be like, of course he's still gonna be mad, but it's not gonna, don't rise up to his, well, what do you expect? Like, you don't care about me? Like, I could have been killed. You don't care that, we sometimes have that rise when somebody else gets mad at us. We want to like just fight back. But in this situation, to diffuse it, I would play that card and be like, oh my God, I know, I'm so sorry. What can I do? You know what I mean? That's just me though. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody could do that. But it works for me. So find what works for you. And it's smooth sailing, whatever. But every relationship is different. So anyway, I told her, she started laughing. So when I told her the story of my manipulation to get out of things, it's not serious. It's not like I'm lying. I just play the victim female, like, save me, big strong man. When really I don't. Obviously, I'm an independent boss bitch. That's not my normal mentality. Save me, big strong man. It's just to get me out of an argument. Okay? Like, and it usually works. So, anyway, so I told her that, and she started laughing. So she wasn't in her head anymore. She was in present time, and she was with me, in the moment. So then I said, all right, so step one, your reaction to this, and you had an expected outcome. So you completely 100% expected that you were going to fight. If it was a 50-50 chance in your head, then maybe he would have been like, oh my God, are you okay? Or he would have fought, got mad and you guys argued. But the fact that you were 100% set on something and you were just so sure, you've known him, you've been married to him for 8 years, whatever, you know him like the back of your hand, and you knew this was going to happen. Sometimes they can surprise, you never know, someone can surprise you and be like, oh my God, are you okay? Be like, oh, yes, thank you. Let's take care of this together. It's your husband. Come on, that's your partner. That's your, So they started fighting, and then I was like, okay, well, that can be diffused. You guys are married. It's not like you guys are just going to separate over a car, She's like, I know. It's just, it's uncomfortable when you're fighting with your husband or whatever. Yes, I understand. And then the child that got sick, of course, she's worried about her kid. He got better, but now she's left with this hospital bill. So she has 3 things that are in her head. When the world is still moving on without her happiness, you know what I mean? It's life goes on. And although you have these 3 things that are sitting in your head, you have to take care of life also. She still showed up to her session, which was great. She knew I was going to help her out. I think that's why. But I calmed her down. And I was like, listen, those thoughts can't be stronger than you. You are not your thoughts. The thoughts should not control you or your day or your emotions. So if you have to wait to take care of those things, they need to wait to be taken care of or thought of. So she got it, and I hope you guys at home get it. And if you have any specific questions about a specific thing, send me an email and I will help you out. Or if you'd like me to make a video like this, still send me an email and be like, hey, I think a lot of people struggle with this. What is your intake on it? And I'm not saying I have all the answers to life. I'm not, a descendant down from Zion. I'm not. Or maybe I could be, I don't know. But, it's just my intake on it. It's just my input. Because I seem to have come from a very difficult life to a smooth sailing life. And this is what worked for me. So I'm trying to help you guys out. This is what, and I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, because everybody has different, we program our thoughts and beliefs to certain things. And the previous things that I had programmed, I had to work hard to rewire my thinking. And now everything's pretty easy, smooth sailing. My problems are not very big. I don't react crazy anymore. It's working for me. So I just like to give my knowledge and my experience to y'all. So you don't have to go through it. Or if you're going through it, you can not have to go through it anymore, you know? So the way to just kind of relax when you're in situations like this where you're like, oh my God, how am I going to make this extra money? How am I going to get through this? How am I, some people say, oh, it's a miracle. I won $100 on a lotto ticket or a lottery or scratch or whatever. Or, oh, the old company I used to work for is going through a lawsuit. And they sent me forms and I get to fill it out. And whatever the employees get, I get a share of it. Like some random things happen like that. It's not coincidence. It's just a vibe. You're attracting that. If you don't believe in the law of attraction, you shouldn't be listening to me, because that's what I believe in and what I work with. It's a law of attraction, a scientific law that's proven. Look it up. Okay? If you know what quantum physics is and you just studied it, then you'll have the science behind it and the knowledge behind it. If you don't know what quantum physics is, study it or learn about it, or go to another YouTube and look up quantum physics or the law of attraction and see how those things work, because that's what I'm doing. So that got completely thrown off by that, because now I want to go watch more videos and learn. But so she's gonna get through it. She knows it and I know it. And she's like, I know. When you talk to somebody and you're like, you're gonna get through this, you're gonna be okay, and they always say, I know, it's just that right now, I know, it's just that they're arguing for their limitations. They're arguing for the bad things. Like it's like they're on their side, So it's like, why don't you just stop and relax and be like, all right, how am I going to attract money now? How can I change this negative thought into a positive one? How can I create mental alchemy? How can I figure this out? I can't do it right now. All right, so I'm just going to move on my day. Oh, I have to pick up my child from school. Focus on picking up your child from school. And really, hi, how was your day, honey? And don't just say that. Engage in conversation with your child. I know it's a distraction, but use it as a distraction instead of thinking about, oh my God, I have a ticket. Oh my God, my son's medical bill is out of this world. But so you're not in your head about this, that, this, that, this. You're in present time in life, and that's going to cause relaxation in your life. You're going to be like, cool. Even if it's for a moment, you're going to stop the tension that's in your head because you're focusing on something else. See? And it always works too. It always does. Even if it's for 2 minutes, at least you get that release of 2 minutes where you're like, how was your day? Oh, mommy, I made this art project. Oh, And then when you get home, you're going to cook dinner. Focus on dinner. Ooh, I'm making this and this and this. Really be in the moment. Be in moments. I made a video about that before, about being in the moment. So do it. And if you have any other questions, I know this was kind of like all over the place, I feel like, because I'm about to go somewhere. So I just wanted to make this video because it was in my mind and I wanted to get it to you before the thought just dissolved. So you're welcome. And to my client that I saw earlier, I know you're watching this. Thank you for the inspiration for the video. And always remember to be you, nobody else, just you, relaxed, easygoing, you.